Hey WAG fam. How's everyone doing? Um, I don't want to wait too long for people to join, but I'll give you guys a few seconds. So today I'm just going to talk about electrolytes. It seems to be a common topic, especially in keto in general. And I'm sure your coaches talk about electrolytes a lot. So when I asked what everyone wanted me to talk about on this live, a lot of people said electrolytes and some people said some other things. So maybe I can do another live talking about my experience with keto, but for this live, I'm just going to talk about electrolytes, why they're important, what they are, and how you can get them into your day naturally and with supplements as well. So to dive right in, I'm just going to talk about what electrolytes are. You hear your coaches talking about this all the time, right? Are you getting electrolytes? Make sure you get them in throughout your day. Are you drinking enough water, et cetera, et cetera. So electrolytes are minerals that are found in your body that are important for just about every function, including heart health, bladder regulation, allowing your muscles to contract properly, and it heavily involved in energy and brain functioning and so much more. So when we are pushing electrolytes, the reason why it is so much more important on keto versus a regular diet where you have a little bit more carbs is because for every 1 gram of carbohydrate that is stored in your body as glycogen, your body will retain approximately 2 to 3 grams of water. So when you eliminate most of your carbs from your diet and you're switching to keto, you're excreting a lot of water, right? So the first thing you might see like a fast weight loss at first, mainly because your body is you're just excreting a bunch of water. So there's a lot of water loss and a lot of water weight that is coming off your body. So this is because your body is no longer holding on to the water from the carbs. And this is usually when you start to experience those keto flu symptoms that everyone talks about. Essentially, this is really dehydration. So those symptoms that you might experience are fatigue, headaches, irritability, brain fog, sugar cravings, difficulty sleeping, so many things. These are similar to what you would experience when having the flu, right? So that's why they call it the keto flu. So when you have the flu, like a stomach virus or just like the regular flu, the first thing that you do when you get to the hospital or what your doctor might advise is that you drink plenty of fluids and electrolytes, and some people will even be hooked up to an IV so that they can get these fluids right away. So when your body is depleted of all of these electrolytes, these are the symptoms that you will experience. I'm sure you never thought how important electrolytes were until you started keto, right? So there are 4 main electrolytes that you want to track when you're on the keto diet. You might just think it's as simple as just getting a keto supplement, but some people want to do this naturally through whole foods, and that's okay too. Keto supplements, electrolyte supplements are really helpful, but I'm also going to go over some ways that you can get this in naturally through your whole foods, water, etc. So the first thing that you want to really watch out for is sodium. Sodium is probably the most important electrolyte to monitor when first starting keto, because when your body is excreting water after restricting carbs, sodium comes with it. We know that sodium helps us retain water. So when carbs aren't able to help us retain water, then we want to make sure we're increasing sodium. While typically we tend to think that sodium is something that we needed to monitor, this is typical when you're on the standard American diet that has higher carbs. So this is not the case for keto goers. You might be a little concerned to increase sodium, but in order to avoid keto flu, dehydration, all of that, you want to make sure that you're really monitoring your sodium. Make sure you're salting your foods and maybe add some pink Himalayan salt to your water with some lemon. And that's a perfect natural electrolyte drink. You can do this. You don't have to pay for the extra supplements. And some people don't mind the taste, and it's not too bad. I think you acquire a taste. So water, pink Himalayan salt, and some lemon water or lemon juice, and you can have that, and that'll help you get in more sodium. The second thing that you want to watch for is potassium. Potassium is crucial for your heartbeat regulation and for having normal blood pressure levels. So usually we think of bananas when we want to get more potassium, right? But this isn't something that you can ideally have while doing keto. But there are plenty of lower carb options too. So some of those are include avocados, nuts, dark chocolate, mushrooms, leafy green vegetables, and even meat too. Try to get most of your potassium through whole foods and avoid a supplement if you can. But if you find yourself having trouble getting enough potassium in, then a supplement is totally fine. This is tracked on MyFitnessPal or Chronometer or a chronometer. I don't know how to say it, but that one, My Macros, I'm not sure about, but I definitely know from MyFitnessPal that it does track potassium. So if you go to your diary and then you click on the pie chart or something on the bottom, on the top, it'll say like nutrients, and you can track your sodium, potassium, fiber, a bunch of micronutrients. So take a look at that and make sure that you're getting enough potassium in. The next thing that you want to really watch out for is calcium. So calcium is not only essential for strong bones, but also essential for proper muscle and nerve functioning. So high calcium foods are dark leafy greens, and broccoli, hard cheese, salmon, and sardines. So make sure you're getting in that as well, and it'll help you keep your calcium levels high. The last thing that you want to look out for is magnesium. So magnesium is something that I was taking before I did keto, and I believe this really helped me from preventing the keto flu, as well as like really monitoring my electrolytes as soon as I started from day one. So magnesium is super important. It helps with muscle function, hormone regulation, aids in sleep, and helps. I was talking about magnesium and how important it is, and this is something that I really think helped me a lot from preventing the keto flu when I gave keto a try. And so it's super important because it helps with muscle function, hormone regulation, aids in the production for energy and protein, and helps keep your bones strong. It's also shown to help with cramping, food cravings, sleep, and constipation. So it's a really good one. Natural food sources with magnesium are dark leafy greens like kale and spinach, as well as nuts and seeds. Also, if you supplement with this, that's totally okay. A lot of people will supplement magnesium before bed, and it helps with sleep. And I personally take magnesium glycinate, and I find that this helps with my sleep and my recovery and PMS symptoms like cramping, like that was said earlier. And I think it's very essential for anyone who does strength training or a lot of workouts, which is everyone pretty much here. And so it's a great overall to monitor magnesium as well. So when should you drink electrolytes? This is a question that I get often, and I personally believe that you should get them first thing when you wake up in the morning. Your body is dehydrated from a night's sleep, and the best thing that you can do is replenish it with water and electrolytes. So you can do this through a supplement, or you can do this by getting your water and adding in the pink Himalayan salt with some lemon juice. You can also make sure that you're salting your breakfast. That's a great way to get in to make sure that you're retaining water, but you really want to make sure you're getting in at least, I would say 16 ounces of fluids first thing in the morning, just to make sure you're hydrating your body after a night of no water. So first thing in the morning, and then I would take another serving of electrolytes before training. A lot of people find that when they're on keto, their legs get really tired. I know this is what I experienced when I was doing Metcons. For strength training, I felt okay for some reason. I didn't, but my legs were really worn out really fast when I did Metcons. So something that helped this was electrolytes, because it helped me retain water. It helped with recovery. I think it helps with just the fluids flowing through my body. And so I definitely suggest taking it before working out or during your workout. Depending on if you're supplementing with a actual drink, it depends on which one you get, but there's a few that I will put in the comments below. There's LMNT Recharge. That one has a higher sodium content, so it has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, and I believe 200 milligrams of potassium, and maybe 200 milligrams of magnesium, I believe. Don't quote me. So that one's going to probably last longer or affect you differently than taking something like Ultima electrolytes, where the sodium content is a lot lower. So when you're choosing to add a supplement for electrolytes as opposed to getting it through Whole Foods, I would really take a look at comparing how much magnesium, potassium, and sodium is in each electrolyte brand that you're looking into. I found for myself that taking a half a serving of the LMNT Recharge electrolytes in the morning and then a half a serving in the afternoon was perfect for me. There were some days where I felt like I needed more, so I would drink more water and I'd have a full serving of the electrolytes before I trained and stick to a half serving in the afternoon. For Ultima, I found that doing one whole serving in the morning and one whole serving before training really helped me. If I trained in the morning, I did one serving before training, and then in the afternoon I would still take it, because when you're just feeling a little bit fatigued and run down, you probably need more electrolytes or water in general. So just keep that in mind. It's okay to have more than one serving. It's not going to hurt you. Just make sure you're getting in plenty of whole foods. Make sure you're getting in lots of water, and it'll only help you, not hurt you. There's also perfect keto pills that you can get these electrolytes through, and it says serving suggestions 8 to 10 or 5 to 10, something like that. So I think I took 5 or 6 and I felt good with that, but it seems weird taking that many, but make sure you're just not only taking one, because it's not going to do much. Just make sure you're reading the labels, like I said, and comparing how much sodium, potassium, and magnesium is in each brand that you're looking into, and then go from there. Also, another thing that you want to keep in mind is that you don't only want to drink electrolytes. You want to make sure that you're getting in enough water throughout the day. So you might find that you're more thirsty when doing keto, and a lot of studies show that when you are thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So you want to make sure that you're getting in fluids throughout the day, not just when you're really thirsty and you just need all the water, because you're technically already dehydrated by that point. So make sure you're getting in, I would say for me personally, I would focus on getting 3 to 4 liters a day. I have a 32-ounce hydro flask, and I would just make sure I would get a minimum of 3 full bottles and then drink my 4th one if I was really thirsty. But that's in addition to my electrolytes, which I would feel, I mean, I would drink like 20 ounces when I would do my electrolytes. So I was getting well over a gallon, and I think that was personally the best for me. It was totally different than when I would eat a normal amount of carbs. I didn't feel as thirsty, but when I did keto, I was really thirsty because my body was dehydrated since all of those carbs were gone. So that's basically it. That's all I had on electrolytes. If you have any questions, just post in the comments below. I know that my first live got cut off, so I apologize, but just post any questions in the comments. I'll definitely be answering them, and I will also post the brands of electrolytes in the comments below so that you guys can look into those as well. I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope this helped you, and have a great Friday. Bye.